And I can put mine on.
We'll make it work. We'll make it work. We're con people. We'll make it work. Mm-hmm.
Look excited!
SuperWhoLock last year. Everybody here saw that? I will give you a recap for those of you who didn't, but don't worry, it was just most of the characters don't remember it ever happening, so if you were here, you'll be in the same boat as them. The recap, and then we'll jump right into it. As we go, the actors will just jump into it. I'm not going to introduce everything because that would give away some of the surprises that will be along. Cass, you guys ready?
Absolutely.
All right. Previously on SuperWhoLock, the 10th Doctor and Rose discovered a rip in the fabric of space-time. Something had been pulled down from the deep black, causing 3 different universes to bleed into each other. Something was amiss just north of London in 2014. In the course of their investigation, the Doctor and Rose discovered the Winchester brothers, disguised as CIA agents. They were following up on a lead from a friend of their father's. Seems dear old Dad had been hunting Spring-Heeled Jack, but hadn't finished the job. Now the beast struck again, telling off a friend of Molly Hooper, which caught the attention of the great detective Sherlock Holmes and Dr. John Watson. The 6 of them shared a rocking adventure which led to a final confrontation with the evil mastermind behind the plot. At the end, each of the teams assumed they had been the one to save the day, and the others were really in their way. If you're interested in the whole thing, it's on our page. It's on our YouTube page, legiondscrawl.com. You can find it there. They all went their separate ways. The Doctor did his best to soak the damage, hoping the universes would heal and the memories of the strange crossover would fade from their minds. But as he moved on, he discovered that it had affected more than just those 3 universes. And maybe the Doctor hadn't been as thorough as he should have been. Ready? Alright. Interior, children's bedroom, night. By the light of a flickering gas lamp on a bedside table, we see 2 children sleeping in their beds, a boy and girl. The room is filled with toys, but all of them have been nicely put away. We hear a rattling at a large window that faces the street, and the silhouette of someone trying to open it. The girl wakes up first and calls to her brother.
Michael, wake up!
Michael slowly sits up, still rubbing his eyes.
What is it? I'm still sleeping.
Someone's trying to get in.
In what?
The playroom, look!
Michael looks over, just as the window flies open, the figure steps into the room, stands in the darkness. Jane reaches over and turns up the light to reveal a young boy in green tights standing at the windowsill, arms akimbo. That's right, it's Peter Pan.
Hello, children. Can you help me? I'm trying to find my shadow.
Who are you?
Me? Why, I'm Peter Pan, the boy who never grew up. You should come along with me to Neverland and have an adventure.
You need to go.
What?
Right now, back out the window, be on your way.
She's right. You should move along.
But I'm a friend to children everywhere. Come with me, and you'll never have to grow old.
Our new nanny wouldn't like us awake, and definitely wouldn't like you. Not before she sees you.
We hear the sound of footsteps in the hallway.
Too late.
Don't say we didn't warn you.
The footsteps stop and the door to the attic flies open, revealing a beautiful young woman with brown hair. It's Mary Poppins.
What's all this then?
It's not our fault. He woke us up.
Yes, the odd boy at the window.
I'm Peter.
Yes, I know. And I'm Mary Poppins. These children are in my care, so I'll thank you to take your tights and fly away. Come on.
But I can't. You see, I've lost something.
Mary Poppins reaches into her handbag and pulls out what looks like a small black coat.
Your shadow, yes, I know. I've taken and washed it. Smelled terrible. Dreadful thing how it fought me. Here, take it and be gone.
I don't like grown-ups, and I don't like you.
Well, I don't like you either. Imagine sneaking into children's rooms at night and stealing them away from their parents. It's very rude.
Peter floats across the room with her and pulls out his dagger.
I don't let grown-ups tell me what to do.
Mary Poppins pulls an umbrella out of her bag and strikes up a fencing stance.
Then it's to be war between us. On guard.
The duel is about to begin when they hear a strange wheezing sound from Michael's closet, light beaming from under the jam. The door swings open and the Doctor stumbles into the room. Currently it is 11th incarnation, bow tie at neck, and Sonic in hand.
Oh,
hello.
He takes a quick look around at the scene in front of him.
I'm sorry, have I stumbled into a play?
Doctor, you are late as usual. I'll be with you in a moment.
You know me? I'm afraid we haven't...
He trails off as he looks at her, walks over to her, and looks at her from close up. Mary Poppins doesn't move, but stares him down.
It's not appropriate for you to be this close to me this late at night. 2 paces back, if you please.
The doctor automatically obeys, not knowing why.
Wait, stop. You're Mary Poppins. The Mary Poppins. A real Mary Poppins.
I believe you mean to say the real Mary Poppins.
Of course she is.
Who else would she be?
Are you going to cover him too?
Please do, Mary, please.
Quiet now, children. The grown-ups are speaking.
Mary Poppins snaps her fingers, and Jane and Michael fall instantly asleep.
My, but that's handy.
Won't work on me, though.
The doctor notices him.
Have I walked in on a duel between Mary Poppins and Peter Pan?
Indeed you have.
This must be Christmas. Did you need my help?
To deal with this one? Hardly.
Mary Poppins flicks her umbrella around, disarming Peter with one smooth move. She grabs the knife out of the air and drops it into her bag.
Children shouldn't play with knives.
That's mine.
Mary Poppins grabs Peter by the ear and drags him, floating across the room to the window. She stuffs the shadow into his arms, spins him around, and kicks him out the window. He floats down and out of sight.
Try the darlings, 4 streets down. Those kids could use some time away from their farm.
Mary Poppins closes and locks the window, then turns back to the doctor.
You shouldn't be here.
I know.
But then neither should I, neither should he. The time is out of joint. You've noticed?
I have. It's what brought me here.
Not totally useless then. Good. I've learned it goes back to the last time this happened. Something about trouble in triplicate.
You've learned.
The original 3 universes that touched. Now the problem is spreading. More of the bleed, more overlap. Once you straighten those out, things will heal. If not, it all unravels. Are we clear?
Not even remotely. How have you come by this?
Ah, I see. You want explanations. Well, very well. Come close.
The doctor leans in, and Mary Poppins whispers in his ear.
I never explain anything. Don't keep the multiverse waiting.
She goes back and makes sure the children are tucked in.
You could come with me, you know.
I most certainly could not. I have the children to look after, not to mention their father. Besides, that position will already have been filled, or will already be. Oh, I hate time travel. It plays havoc on the Queen's English.
Mary Poppins, it has been a delight, but then again,
Don't say it.
it's always a jolly holiday with Mary.
She chases him back into the closet, closing the door behind him. Mary Poppins takes a bottle out of her bag and takes a long swig.
Bloody time lords.
Interior TARDIS continues. The doctor steps into the TARDIS, shutting the doors behind him. He's smiling to himself. Sorry about that. But as soon as expression darkens, as he ponders for words.
Get what you needed.
The doctor looks over and sees Amy Pond sitting in one of the chairs, her feet curled up under her. She's surrounded by a pile of paperback books, but she's presently reading a large hardcover.
I suppose so. I mean, it's not every day you get a soot-covered envelope asking you to please visit Cherry Tree Lane whenever convenient.
Amy is absorbed in the book and hardly paying attention.
Still loving the printed word, I see.
When you've spent as much time waiting as I have, you find ways to pass the time.
The doctor bounds up to the console, presses a few buttons, and throws a letter. The TARDIS groans and begins traveling.
Hang on, that's not one of the books I got you.
Oh, those. I know, I was obsessed with the series, couldn't get enough of it. It was like being compelled to keep reading.
Interesting. And now?
They killed off my favorite character, so I stopped reading.
Hate it when they do that. It's because of me that never made it out of the Order of Phoenix alive. Had to have a chat with J.K. You're welcome for that.
What are you on about?
What are you reading now?
One of my favorites. I read it from time to time, kind of a mental palate cleanser.
She holds up the book. The title reads, The Casebook of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Sherlock Holmes, eh? I've met him.
Shut up. You have not.
I did. Shared a bit of an adventure together. You even got in a bar fight with him.
You're lying.
I'm not.
What's he like? Is he tall, brooding, sexy?
I could tell you all about it, but instead want to meet him.
Are you putting me on? Raggedy man, I want to meet Sherlock Holmes.
Then may I?
He reaches out and Amy gives him the book.
This may get a bit odd.
The doctor opens a compartment in the TARDIS console and jams the book into it. It sparks slightly, but the TARDIS begins making an odd sound. It gets louder and louder, and then it suddenly stops.
That wasn't so odd.
Suddenly the TARDIS lurches to the side. The doctor and Amy have to hang on the railing to keep from falling into the walls, which are suddenly in place of the floor.
Hang on!
Exterior, country estate, day. The TARDIS materializes while skidding to a stop in a grassy field. The doctor exits big and bold, then stops short, confused.
No, wait, hang on. This isn't Baker Street. This isn't even London.
He sniffs the air, then grabs a clump of grass and chews on it before spitting it out.
Ugh, tastes like Sussex.
He consults his watch and then looks at the sky.
I don't understand.
Amy exits the TARDIS, a bit unsteady. She looks around confused and notices lots of large boxes on little legs around.
Doctor, what are these things?
She knocks on the top of the box and hears a loud buzzing. From the bottom of the box comes a swarm of bees. Amy runs around being chased by the bees, and the doctor continues to try and calculate the time. Amy runs back over to the TARDIS and notices the bees are now just hovering in place in front of her.
What are they doing?
Amy looks over to the doctor and sees he's deep in conversation with a bee that's sitting on his finger.
No, not at all. Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm just happy you decided to come back. Wouldn't have blamed you if you just kept on going. Thank you, but I don't need any honey. Her? Yes, she doesn't mean any harm. If you could have a soldier's letter by, that'd be wonderful. Your Majesty.
The doctor gives a slight bow and the bee flies off, followed by the rest of the swarm.
What was that?
I speak bee. Didn't I mention it? Come along, Bond.
The doctor heads toward the house, Amy running to catch up. Interior country estate house day. The doctor and Amy enter the house and find a mess. The floor is covered with letters, while the walls are plastered with newspaper clippings, printed screen captures, and annotated maps. They run floor to ceiling and wrap around corners.
You sure this is the place?
I think it is. Must be. We should have been taken right to Sherlock Holmes.
They hear a dish shatter in one of the back